What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie review. Today we are talking about 2017's Baby Driver. And this movie is one of those movies that I absolutely loved right from the get-go. We got our boy ANSEL ELGORT. ANSEL here, I have just seen recently, and more recent than 2017, in Tokyo Vice Season 1 and 2. And in that movie, he's like speaking Japanese like pretty fluently, writing it, so this actor is very, very talented. I've seen him in things like dancing. He was kind of dancing in this movie as well, but in this movie he's a driver, and he's the baby driver, and he is constantly listening to music, so he's kind of got like a great soundtrack through this whole thing. But like, he's the driver, right? He's not necessarily the bank robbers, he's the getaway driver, right? So we never really get to see a whole lot of like bank robbery heisting going on. We get to see the chase afterwards, which is kind of nice. EIZA Gonzalez, I believe is her name, John Hamm, those two are like a couple at the first mission. John Bernthal, and then he's not in it again afterwards, but I was like, god damn, they got John Bernthal do the small little role right in the beginning of this. Okay, I feel like John Bernthal is down for pretty much anything if the script's good enough. But comes down to it, if there's a love story in it and it's a good one, I'm in, baby. So of course, his baby driver here is at a diner, and this girl Deborah is his waitress, but also kind of into him, and he's into her, so they end up kind of falling for each other. And he's like not a big talker, so he's like, I've talked to you more in a couple days than I've talked to anyone all year. And she goes, holy shit, so not a big talker. Alright, so, and it's just funny like that they fall in love in like a laundromat, and like it's just simple way that they fall in love, just talking at a diner in a laundromat, and then she's asking questions and he's like, I'm out, and I can live my own life. I've done the jobs I need to do for Kevin Spacey's character. And that's probably another reason why this movie's kind of been brushed under the rug, because Kevin Spacey's like one of the main characters in it. He's not total screen time, right? Like, you're mostly with John Hamm and Ansel and Deborah and other people, but he's there enough that people that really, really hate Kevin Spacey are never going to watch this movie. That's just how it's going to be. But there's different crews for each heist, so he doesn't use the same people every time. So then there's this other crew, John Hamm, EIZA Gonzalez, and she's with John Hamm, and John Hamm's just a wonderful actor and great voice, but he's kind of like a nice dude in this, and then all of a sudden has to like betray him because Ansel's not telling the full truth. And Jamie Foxx character is named Bats, and he is batshit crazy, so that's aptly named. And he like, kind of fucks everything up, and like is suspicious of Baby, and Baby's like, nah, we're not going there, that place sucks. And he goes, that place sucks? Oh, then I definitely want to go there. Why does it suck? So he shows up, Deborah's there, and she's like, why aren't you gonna say hello, Baby? And he's like, do you know that lady over there? Cool, I'm gonna go rob this place then. And he like grabs the gun, he's like, no, we're not doing this. And he's like, okay, so you do know her, he's like, why'd you lie, that type of shit. So then finally, they do the job. That's too much heat, they're not supposed to do the job. Jamie Foxx is like, I'm about to shoot you in the fucking head, and he guns the car into the back of another car. Piper, whatever, goes through the windshield, kills Jamie Foxx. Then they have to go on a run. The getaway car's destroyed, so they have to go on the run, and then EIZA dies. That's John Hamm's wife, so he's pissed off more about that than the job getting fucked up. So then he goes after Baby, and now it's him versus Baby, and then they end up going to jail, and and Deborah is about to like be the getaway driver and about to run away from the cops, and he takes the keys, gets out, and just lets himself get arrested, so that he goes, this life's not meant for you. But then she waits for him, right? And he finally serves his time in prison, comes out of prison, and she's got this beautiful white car with red interior. She meets him, they give a nice little smoochie, and it seems like they're ready for their adventure. They're ready for their cross-country road trip that's never going to end, and they're just going to get in the car and drive and never look back. And I really, really dig this movie. I dig the love story. I gave this movie overall 4 out of 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. And Ansel is one of those actors that I'm like, okay, he's young, he's talented, he's talking sign language in this movie to his, like, I don't know if it's a foster parent or something that he's living with. And the guy's deaf, so he's got to like communicate with him somehow. So he communicates through music, and like the guy touches the beast and he goes, I like it, yeah, right. So he's communicating through music and sign language. And then in the other show, Tokyo Vice, that I saw him in, he's Japanese, and he speaks fairly fluent Japanese and pretty damn good. And you're like, damn, this guy's talented as hell. So I just picture this kid taking over Hollywood at a certain point, once higher up actors get too old, and they're going to need a certain range of people, and he's just going to be overqualified. So I feel like he's going to get tons of roles and just be doing tons of shit. So stay tuned for him, because he's going to be doing great things in Hollywood. But I feel like this is a classic movie, great soundtrack, great cast, but one of those movies that might get forgotten about because some bad dude's in it and it got canceled, you know what I mean? So comment below your thoughts on Baby Driver. How do you like this cast? How much do you hate Kevin Spacey? I'd love to hear all these things down in the comment section below. And if you guys want to talk to me, my social medias are in the link down below. You can follow me anywhere, pretty much. Big Cam, 2 G's in the Big, pretty much anywhere. So you guys can find me. Look for this ugly mug, and hopefully you guys sauce me a follow, sauce me a subscribe, like this video, comment, engage with me a little bit, and I really appreciate it. It helps the channel so much. If you really want to support the channel, liking it, commenting on this video, liking this video, subscribing to the channel are all ways that you can support me and help the channel. And the channel's been growing pretty consistently lately from all the stuff I've been doing this year. So I'm going to keep on rocking, baby, and keep on going, and at least, round out 2024 on a solid note and see if I can fulfill my challenge to myself of 365 movies in 365 days. Right now, it's looking pretty good, so as long as I don't fall off in the summer, we're going to be looking pretty good by the end of the year. But I'm also trying not to rewatch too many things, so I'm going to try and get as many movies and different movies as I possibly can this year. Although I still have seen Dune Part 3 3 times. I've seen Dune Part 2 2 times. I've seen Logan once in September, once this year. So, I'll probably watch those X-Men movies a little bit more by July. I'm going to rewatch the Star Wars movies. I did those last year. I'm going to rewatch them this year. So technically they're not rewatching this year because I've already watched them last year, but we're going to do them again. Why not? I don't know if there'll be reviews for the Star Wars stuff coming up, but hey, it's the start of May. May the 4th be with you, and that's where my mind's at right now. I can't wait to dive into some more Star Wars stuff. I'm just itching to do some Star Wars, you know what I mean? So stay tuned for that, and more movie reviews coming to the channel. Comically Boston's on Monday, and I will see you beautiful people in the next video.